Yeah, this shows that there's going to be some movies that I'm going to overhype for, but turned out pretty disappointed, and The Monkey, sadly, is one of those movies. What is up, guys and horror fans? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinker, and today I'm going to review the latest horror film that came out this year that is my most anticipated horror film of the year, and that film is The Monkey. This movie is directed by Perkins, who directed my favorite horror film of last year, Longlegs, and this movie stars Theo James. When twin brothers find a mysterious wind-up monkey, a series of outrageous deaths tear their family apart. 25 years later, the monkey begins a new killing spree, forcing the estranged siblings to confront the cursed toy. So, this is my most anticipated horror film of this year because I'm a fan of Oz Perkins, what he did with Longlegs last year. Longlegs is absolutely one of my favorite horror films of last year. That film really put me on the edge of my seat the entire time. I thought the performances are great in the film, and it definitely has a great series of tension. That's why I'm excited for The Monkey, because of Oz Perkins, and I thought the trailers did impress me. I do like the concept of this killer cursed toy monkey. I find that toy really freaky, especially in movies like Toy Story 3. So from the trailers, it really does impress me. I was excited for this movie, and yeah, this shows that there's going to be some movies that I'm going to overhype for, but turned out pretty disappointed, and The Monkey, sadly, is one of those movies. Now, is this the worst movie of the year? Absolutely not. This movie does have its positives, absolutely. I would say my biggest positive when it comes to this film is absolutely the cinematography. This is a great looking movie. Oz Perkins knows how to handle the way the movie looks. This is a beautiful looking movie. The cinematography of this movie is really impressive. There are some really awesome shots when it comes to this movie. And I would say most of the performances are pretty solid. I would say Theo James, I thought he does a pretty good job playing twins in this movie. I would say he is better at playing the nerd twin, the main twin in this movie. I'll talk about the other twin later, but I thought Theo James did a pretty solid performance for what he has given. But I would say the performances that stole this entire movie for me is the younger versions of Theo James. Actually, the first 30 minutes shows the younger version of the twins in the film, and I thought their performances really stand out in this film, and I thought the first 30 minutes with them in this film is definitely the best part about this movie. This movie sets up really freaking well, and I thought the kid who played the young version of the twins in the film did a really good job in this film. And I would say the monkey itself, yes, they made this monkey really freaking terrifying. That is definitely the most terrifying part of the film, is the monkey itself. The way the monkey is, the way he opens his mouth and plays his drums, you definitely feel like you're in the edge of your seat the entire time. They really made this toy really freaking terrifying in the film, and I definitely would say that's the most terrifying part of the monkey. And I would say the kills are definitely very impressive. I do have a problem with the kills as well, which will come to the negatives, but I would say the kills in the film, it's fun to watch. There are some really good gruesome deaths in the film that is really impressive. One of them where I'm like, oh shit, okay, that just happened. Definitely the deaths are really well done in this film. But, man, I wanted to love this movie. I really do, guys. I really wanted to love this film. But unfortunately, this film has more problems than the positives. And I would say my biggest issue when it comes to The Monkey is absolutely the genre. This movie suffers from an identity crisis. This movie doesn't know what it wants to be. Is it trying to be a horror film, or is it trying to be a black comedy, which most of this film is. Most of this film is a black comedy film, which could work, but in my opinion, the comedy absolutely did not land for me. A lot of aspects of this film, I did not laugh whatsoever. And there are some jokes in this film where I feel like it's not funny enough to tell this joke. There are some themes when they tell these jokes where I'm just like, okay, we shouldn't be laughing at this. That's actually really fucked up. I just thought the black comedy is absolutely bad in this movie. I just did not laugh whatsoever. I see that this film's trying to be a little bit different, trying to be more of a horror comedy film. I understand that, but it just did not work for me. I didn't think the jokes really land for me. And I didn't even get to mention, this is actually based on a Stephen King short story, and this is produced by James Wan. And you can definitely feel the Stephen King-ism in this film, because every character in this film is a complete asshole in the film. But they use that for mostly humor in the film, and I don't know if it's just me, that I just feel like the humor, like the insultive humor, just did not land for me. There are so many aspects of the film where I'm like, this is not funny. This is actually really fucked up and really stupid. And I gotta say, Theo James as the other twin in this movie, now I think the main twin that Theo James plays did a solid job. But the other twin though, oh my god, this character is so freaking cartoonish in this film. To the point where I just cringed myself the entire freaking film, just laughing my head off. It's like he did a good performance and a bad performance in this movie. That is really unbelievable to say. Theo James did one good performance and one bad performance. That is crazy. And also, this film has terrible visual effects. When it comes to the death scenes, I enjoy the deaths. They're gruesome. But the visual effects in this movie are so freaking noticeable in the film that I just did not buy it. It's not the worst visual effects I've ever seen, but the visual effects are definitely very noticeable, especially when it comes to the blood kills. And throughout the story of the film, honestly, I just felt like the first 30 minutes sets up the film very, very well. I thought it sets up the film very well with the young versions of Theo James' character. I thought the way the film sets up with the monkey and what it does, I thought it was great. I think the concept overall of the monkey is really good. But then when Theo James comes into the mix, and we have so many things happening, we get the monkey killing people. We also get a plot aspect of Theo James trying to reconnect with his son, which I just felt like it did not work for me. And the genre mixing in the film is what made this film very messy. I didn't find the black comedy working out in this film. And this is really disappointing because Perkins, the director of Longlegs, directed this movie, and I wanted this movie to be better. I wanted to like this movie. I really do like the concept of every time the monkey plays the drums, every time you wind the monkey up, a person dies. That's like the freaking Twilight Zone shit right there. And I think that could have worked as a movie, but unfortunately this film does have the wrong writers in my opinion, and the genre mixing, I just feel like it did not work for me. But I know there's definitely going to be fans of this movie out there, and sorry for the people who love this movie. I'm happy you do. To me, I just find this movie very disappointing overall. I do think this is one of the most disappointing movies of the year in my opinion. I thought the concept outweighs the execution in the film. I do think the monkey is creepy at parts, especially when it comes to the toy itself. I thought Perkins directed this movie very well when it comes to the look of the movie and the cinematography, and the kills are mostly very effective. But I thought this movie is a complete mess overall. A lot of things happening. The genre mixing does not work for me. It really is one of those movies that I feel like it could have been much better than it is. But like I said, there will be fans of this movie out there. I can see there's going to be some people that love this movie and some people being very disappointed by this movie, and I'm honestly one of those people. I wanted this movie to be much better than it actually is. But it's not a terrible movie. It definitely had some entertaining scenes, but I just thought the genre mixing and the story overall is just very messy overall. A lot of things happening, and I wish the film could have been much better than it is. I'm gonna say for the monkey, I'm gonna give this movie a meh rating.
I mean, it's alright, like...
Man, this movie's very disappointing. I expected a lot more from this movie, but you know what? There are some entertaining scenes of the movie, and that's why I give it a meh rating. So guys, that is my review for The Monkey. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below, keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.